So it's Pedro here from A&P-REACTS with Mika from More Subita. How are you this morning? Well, morning for me.
Very good, very good. Summer finally came to Finland as well, so good. I'm back home from Japan and back home from the new Wolfheart music video shoot for my wife. She's the designer for this space, so it's the only place where there's not very much noise. My mom came to visit us, and my boy is really active at the moment, so it's pretty loud inside. So it's better to keep it here.
Let me start with the first question. I want to ask you this. Into the Pitch Black was one of the most pre-ordered albums in Finland. How gratifying is that for you guys?
It's really gratifying. It keeps the band going, to be honest. All the support we get, that's, we don't really make a lot of money doing this band yet, but we hope to keep it alive. So that's the only way to support us, buy our albums, buy the t-shirts, go to our shows. So we are really owe a lot of gratitude to everybody who has bought the album and supported us thus far. And there's been a lot of people doing that. So we're really satisfied already.
You guys played a bunch of shows in Finland following the album release. How was the fan reception at those shows?
We played a lot of cities we haven't played before in Finland. It was 6 gigs, I believe. Couple of our own, couple with Kalma and Shade Empire. The reception was really great. We didn't expect as many people to come by and support us, but we were really satisfied with the outcome. And the gigs were great, so we had a good time, and it's really good to come out to go back on the stage again. After being stuck with the album production and rehearsing and all that organizing stuff for so long. We were really excited to hit the stages again, and people showed up. So it's been awesome.
I wanted to ask you something about that. You mentioned before that the only way to really support you guys is to buy the albums, buy the merch coming to the shows. You guys were kind enough, super kind, to send us a couple of t-shirts and some patches. I've gotten amazing feedback on that shirt. People really love it, and people asking, like, where can we get stuff? Where's the best way for people to reach out to you guys for merch or even old records if people want to go back and buy some of your earlier records?
So at the moment we don't yet have an online merch shop up, but it's up and coming really soon. So we will info about that on our homepage and Facebook page really soon. And unfortunately, the first 2 albums are sold out at the moment. We only have like 1 or 2 pieces that are soon going to be sent abroad. So we need to make re-copies of those albums. I think it will happen first thing maybe next year, if not sooner. We hope to print them sooner, but money is tight at the moment, so we hope to get it online sooner. Also, will be available on the online shop. Yeah.
I also noticed. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, and you correct me if I'm wrong. But I also noticed that it looks like you guys, for the live shows at least, you added an extra member.
Yes.
And it wasn't me on the cowbell. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, there's no. Ville does have a cowbell, but it's you play it with your foot. I think. He doesn't have it in his live set, but we can make an exception when we come to Canada, at least.
Okay, sounds good. But you did add a new member, right, for the live shows?
Yes, Juho Näppä is playing the rhythm guitars for us this time. We haven't had an active member for a long time because we work as a 3 or 4 member unit really closely, and well, I do write all the songs for all the parts, so we don't really, to be quite honest, we don't need it for the writing process or anything else. But we've been searching for a long time for and we have really good session players. We have like 3 guys, 3 of our really good friends helping us out every now and then. But Juho he actually plays in also in Funeral for the Masses in Emily's band, and he was I met him already a couple of years back, and he's a really cool dude. He's a really awesome guitar player, and he was really enthusiastic about coming to play the rhythm guitars for us. So we kind of tested it, and it was good to go from the start. So there was no big deal about it. He just came to our rehearsals one day, and he's been with us thus far. So yeah, we don't have a official member, official second guitarist at the moment, but Juho is a really good candidate for that. So keep your eyes open.
Does his addition, because I'm assuming one thing is when you're recording the album, you can it's easier for you to do the rhythm guitar, do the solos, do everything, because everything is being recorded separately. But then when you transfer the song from a studio setting to a live setting, you only have 2 arms and 1 guitar. So it becomes a little bit more difficult for you to translate the song from the studio setting to the live setting when it's all on you. Was that the driving force for to add him as the rhythm guitarist on these shows?
We've always had a second guitarist on. We only played 1 show ever with just only 1 guitar, and even then we had some guitar lines on the backing track. So we do need a second guitarist, of course. But Juho has a good sound. I think we match good with our rhythm playing, and it's a good combination. He's a really nice guy in every way, and he has a kind of similar right-hand style as I do, so it's a really good combination in that way also. And our music does need a second guitarist, and I'm not that bad of a nitpick nerd anymore with what comes to playing. If somebody wants to take I'm not talking about Juho, but for example, some previous members, if they want to take a shortcut on some rhythm part, I don't care. If it sounds good the way they play it, then I'm really good with that. So we do need a second guitarist, but the core band is us 4. So this is the way we work at the moment. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah, I want to touch base on the Japan tour, because this was your first time as a band going there. How was that experience? I saw a lot of pictures from you guys having a good time drinking some sake, but how was the experience on stage? How did the shows go?
Well, it's like a paradise. We have had some really energetic shows in Finland, but it pales in comparison. Japan is really it's not every day you get that sort of a crowd, but in Japan I believe it's every single night, and those 3 shows were just out of this world. People were really energetic. You really get every single piece of yourself which you give to the audience, you get it back, and it's even more powerful than you could ever imagine. So it's like we talked with some Finnish music moguls in my mom is living. Bye, Mom. some music moguls we talked with after our shows, they were like, yeah, this is the place to be if you're a Finnish heavy metal band, because it is really a paradise. You get to be the rock star. And in all honesty, the shows were really great. People really supported us in every single way. We were really glad with the outcome, and we hope to return to Japan soon, as soon as possible. The production is also, Evoken de Valhalla, which is the production management, which Prada's there was they're really the best professionals I've probably ever met. Production is like point on.
You guys were there with a bunch of other bands from Finland. I believe Alterbeast was there as well, right? There was
yes.
Several other bands.
No. It was Beast in Black.
Beast in Black. Yes, yeah. Sorry about that. So, was in the future, would you guys be looking at the opportunity of going in there more as on your own, or is for you guys to get to that market is easier when you guys are packaged in with several other bands from Finland?
Well, of course, as a new band, this is our first time abroad for more Subita, so we don't see it really rational to go there with any other style than this. We have to be the support act, and there was really good bands for us. There was not that every single band had their own thing, There wasn't really a clash of styles there, so production really had thought it out really well, I think, with the style of bands that was included. So, and it was really good for us. The Japanese audience is different from the Finnish audience in the way that they show up for the first band even. So
wow, so hold on. So you're saying in Finland that's not very common? Like people show up to the headliner?
I don't want to mock the Finnish audience, but what happens sometimes.
Okay,
sometimes, okay. Yeah. If it's because there's so many bands. It's harder to get noticed here. So sometimes the opening act isn't the which draws the crowd, but yeah, work has to be done to get to that point where you're the first act or the main act and you get the audience. Yeah,
makes sense. So in Japan, people are more what can I say? They buy their ticket, so they're gonna go and see every single band on the bill.
Yes, and there was many people also coming for all the 3 shows, which was amazing. And wow. I think they even bought merchandise on every single show. So the support was great. I don't mean to. We have the sales have been really good in Finland as well. So I don't want to mock that part, but starting at what was starting time in Tokyo was, I believe it was before 6:00 p.m., which was really early. Yeah. So people were lining up before the doors opened already. So it's not really what happens in Finland, but it's a totally different culture. So they have been used to the early starting times. So we have to maybe start doing that in Finland as well.
It perhaps is a cultural thing. I noticed that even here as well, with a lot of shows, people tend to show up for the headliner and completely miss the opening acts, and sometimes miss really good bands and a chance to really discover a great band.
Yeah, and of course it. What I usually do is I check out the music. If it sounds like I could be into it, then I'll go check the band. But if it doesn't really push any buttons, then that's the role of the support act. If the main act is the act that draws the crowd, usually, and you go there for, let's say, 50% of that crowd, probably, usually, and that's only the role of the support act, and you get to roll with it. And if you can, do the best thing you do when you play live, maybe you can win some people of that amount, on your side. So that's just the way it goes. So
it's just the way business goes.
Yeah.
So now after Japan, you guys are going to have a few weeks, months off, but then you're going to be at Newman Rock. How excited are you about that show?
Really excited. Festival shows are always great for us. There's, like I said, there's a lot of potential crowd there already, and the reception for the album has been great. So I'm really looking forward for the festival crowds. Really looking forward to play outside on open air venues. Those are always really cool. Although in Numerok it usually rains a bit, and there's a bit of maybe minus degrees during nighttime, but it's good anyways. Maybe I play with some gloves on or something. Should be cool. No, it's a great festival, and they have great bands this year also. So really looking forward to that. And the next weekend it's one of the after party clubs at Tuska, in which we play in Virgin Oil with Blood Red Hourglass, which is Lauri's band. We've been talking about playing together with Mors and Bear Hoke for ages now. So really excited to play with those guys. It's gonna be Clash of the Titans.
I know. I was going to say two of my favorite bands in the same together. It's like, to me, it would be a dream come true. I mean,
I think we're opening for them, so we'll give our best shots for sure.
Both bands are absolutely phenomenal. I was really excited when I heard the news that you guys were both playing at the after parties. And to be honest with you, going back to Numerok, I really feel that festival this year, lineup wise, it's much stronger than Tuska this year. Do you agree with that? I think the bands is just phenomenal.
I like both. No comments on that one. Yeah,
but
we'll see what happens. It's totally different because Tuska is in the middle of the city, and Numerok is in the countryside. So it's two totally different atmospheres. With the exception that there's only probably metal people, and it's really calm, and people are nice, and although they're drunk as fuck, they're really nice, and the festivals are really calm. So yeah, I like both festivals. I like both areas. So yeah, it depends on your taste, but usually there's like only a few bands that I'm really looking forward to, because the variety is so vast that there's pretty much everything for everyone nowadays. But the lineups are great for me on both festivals. Although I'm probably gonna miss Body Count, which sucks, because we're playing after them, I think quite soon.
Yeah, they have their new album is really good. Too bad but hey, it's part of the business. You got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
I saw you posting pictures of a custom-made guitar that you're getting. What thought process do you put into what a guitar has to have for you to feel comfortable with, and for you to be able to use it to the maximum of its ability?
Well, that's what I've been trying to find out myself for the past 20 years. I haven't had a single clue what I really want for ages. I played so many different brands and so many different style of guitars that I think I only thought about what the band needs, what the songs need when I bought guitars at first. And when I changed guitars, I only started playing Floyd Rose once when I joined Eternal Tears of Sorrow. I never had one of those before. But yeah, and when I joined Wolfheart, I bought my first 7-string because the songs were composed with 7-string guitar. So yeah, but that's how I kind of roll for all my musical career. I only had the gear, for the songs that was played. But no, oh my God, my English is going to the trash bin at the moment. But yeah, that was my only kind of direction with my instruments before. But then a couple of years back, when we were recording, or we were writing the second More Subita album, Degeneration, I found this one really cool BC Rich guitar on eBay, and I contacted Cellar, and we kind of worked out the deal for that guitar, and he was just asking me about if I wanted some customization or mods in the guitar, and I did, and he did those mods, and here we are. 4 years after that, and he's now making the first, from start to finish, custom guitar for me. He was also working for BC Rich custom shop. Well, he did one special model for them, and he's one of the most talented luthiers I've ever met, even though I haven't met him, other than online, but the work he's done has been spectacular. I've bought 4 guitars from him now, with every single one had some customization, and I have 2 guitars, one for which I posted a picture online. What was it, yesterday? Actually, the 6-string BC Rich JRV Deluxe.
Oh, the one you have it on a table, like in the snow with the snowball.
Yeah, it's from the Shadows video shoot. Yeah, that's the one. That's my 6-string, and he also made a customized BC Rich JRV 7-string for me, which is probably my favorite one at the moment. It's top notch on every single way. But he's making the first one. It actually should be ready for assembly after this weekend. The new one, which I'm super excited about. It's from start to finish, my first custom guitar ever. So really excited about that one.
It's Christmas is coming early for you.
That's right. It's been a lifelong dream, but like I said, I really had the chance to figure out what I really need or want from a guitar. I only had the specs of the songs. Here's a whammy bar. Here's this and that. It needs to have this amount of frets so I can play this and that. So I never kind of had the chance to think about what kind of instrument I actually want to play. I only play the ones that fitted the songs the best. But I think I've learned in some 20 years what specs I really want from a guitar. But of course, something like the weight and how it sits in my lap and how it sits on when I stand up. Those really matter nowadays, because we have so many gigs, and I I get to play this much, so those come to the picture as well. With with ergonomics and things, you get old in some point, so might as well prepare for it. sooner the better. No?
I never thought I would hear a metal conversation turned into ergonomics. That's
nobody wants to hear about that, but it's part of this thing, you know. If I get broken neck or broken back, it's not good for the moshing, so might as well have some ease, you know, in the picture.
Something lighter. On that note, I have the last question for you. I don't want to take any more of your time. Any plans for the rest of the year for more Subita, even going into 2019, that you can share with the viewers? Maybe perhaps another music video, some other shows, anything at all that you can let the folks at home know that's coming down the line for the band?
Yes, we're playing also the third festival we're playing this year is Schoolstock, which is in our hometown. That's the biggest music festival in the northern Finland, and then we're really glad to play there this year. It's been too long since we played there last time with Subita, so really excited about that. And we're playing there on Saturday. Was it 8 o'clock on one of the smaller stages, but never mind. It's a good festival, so really excited about that. And after the summer, we have some plans which are not yet out, but we'll be informing about those really soon. Actually, those, well, I don't want to give up any info about that, because it's better to have all the information required, you know, as a whole. So, and for next year, we already have one festival booked, and continuing with the bookings at the moment. So, and but that one festival is also abroad, so it's looking good already. So I hope we stay really active, and I hope we get to play in Canada also next year. Right?
I'm crossing my fingers. I mean,
we're ready for that barbecue.
Yeah, like you know, I'm getting a double dose of Wolfheart this year, so
yes.
I hope that next year you guys get to come here. It would be a pleasure having you guys in the city. And
yeah, we are rehearsing the eating already. Like you can see from my face. I've had all the barbecue you can have this far.
There's no such thing as enough barbecue.
That's right. Also, but there's
especially in the summer.
There's something you can call enough sake or enough whiskey or enough beer.
Beer, yeah.
I only get fat from the face, so it doesn't look really pretty.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I get all around. I'm equally distributed.
Well, I think that's a good thing. You could be a really good bodybuilder.
I tend to say that I don't have a six-pack. I have like a keg.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, we're both bodybuilders. I'm only building my body from the neck up.
Yeah, and not with muscle. And definitely not with muscle.
Yeah, and no brain cells either. I'm just killing those.
All right, Mika. So thank you very much for your time today. I'm sure we'll be talking again in the future as soon as there's something that comes out. You know, we're always here to help you guys get the word out. You can always count on us. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And
really appreciate it, man. Thank you for everything.
No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure. And best of luck with the festivals this summer and with your plans for the fall and into next year. Take care.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
for coming here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you!